Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program with Lone Debater 7, and today we're going to be continuing on with our Dark Fog playthrough. That's right. We've got some things to do. I'm going to work on trying to build out our little mall and maybe get some red signs set up today as well. We'll at least get some progress towards it. So since last time I have done a few things. I built out like kind of the basics of this bus belt, as well as a few machines to automate some pieces like foundations, labs, conveyors, sorters, and assemblers, just so we can build this a little bit easier. I also filled in some water, so we have like the space to work with and all of that. I've expanded some defenses to help protect our bus bar and everything like that, because I don't want the fogs coming in and breaking my stuff. I built out some iron smelters, some copper smelters. I have another line of copper that we can set up, but that's fine. Also built, so this is like the iron smelting area. This is my steel smelting area. And then I think I still have all my coal stuff over on this side, if I'm not mistaken. I really need to set up coal and put it on the bus. And not really coal, but like energetic graphene, as well as these little guys. What are these called? Come on, get close. Combustible units. I need to set those up over there as well. This is kind of like a refueling station for us. Nothing too crazy. We're sitting good on fuel, so I'm not too worried about it. But that's kind of what we've done last time. I've also worked through most of the blue cube research. We're likely going to move our labs and our blue science to somewhere else, because these are just our starter patches, so they're going to run out. They only have like 30,000 reserve of things. I've got a little bit of stone brick over here too that's not really doing anything, so we'll probably tear that down at some point. But let's go ahead and take a look at the bus to start with. I kind of want to get things set up. So kind of to show you what we've got on it, I've got stone and glass being made over here. The glass is being converted straight into prisms, and then I have it running over to the bus with everything else. So we've got copper, iron, magnet bases, prisms, glass, and then stone brick coming into the feed of our bus. I take off using splitters. The like 2-height splitter variant is what I'm using. The way you change that, in case you were wondering, you take your splitter and you hit tab, and you can cycle through a bunch of different types. There's 3 of them. So I'm using this one, the double guy. So you hit tab once you pick it, and you can place these. It just makes it a little bit easier to set up something like this. So I can have the lines running, I can split off what we need to run the assembler and keep going. But yeah, I have 2 machines making green circuits and 2 machines making magnetic coils that get buffered in these boxes. And then those are added to the bus. I also have steel coming in up at the top. So we've got basically all the components. Not much really uses glass. That's why I'm just converting it to prisms and running prisms on the bus. With that being said, though, I think I may have made a mistake. Yeah, these guys also take glass. So we do need glass beyond, like science labs take glass. So this is glass right here. And I guess these fluid storage, the storage tanks also take glass. So we'll maybe, do these labs also take stone? They don't, they take green circuits. So I think what we'll do is we'll make another assembler back here that does our, whatchamacallit, the fluid storage, because those are handy to keep a few of anyway. So we're just going to throw a box here and kind of show you how to set this up. This is how I'm going to run our mall or bus, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't really matter to me. So we're going to set this recipe. It is going to be buildings, fluid tanks. And I think that's it. That's the only other thing that takes glass. These also, chem plants also take glass. Shoot. Okay. Easy enough. We can fit those back here too. So we'll build another assembler back here that is going to grab our glass. Now these also take green circuits, so I'm going to pull the green circuits off of this belt instead of running them out like a maniac. So we'll set this up and try to get this going. So I know I need green circuits for this, so in. Perfect. Let's grab another box. And I only need a few of these things. I don't need like a ton buffered up or anything like that. So we're just going to filter lock the box so you can limit the inputs into this. So we'll only get a stack of chem plants and fluid storage. That should be more than enough at any given time. So those have green circuits. I need to bring glass and stone. I also need glass and stone for this one, so those 2 lines will come in. Let's kind of like map this out a little bit. Can I fit 2 lines on this side of it? I can only fit 1. Okay, so I need to run a line this way. Then I also need to run a line this way. This is going to get a little bit tight. Actually, maybe what makes more sense, let me do this. If you hold shift, you can delete an entire length of belt. I think we are going to move the assembler for that. So let's set up our chem plant first, and then we'll throw in fluid stuff afterwards, because glass ends right here. Like, this is the only place glass is going. So basically, I need to extend this belt a little bit. So I'm going to do that. Bring it in through here, and I think we will just run this like that. Sure. I'm just going to help the bots build that piece of belt so I can throw on my sorter in. Perfect. Now we got glass running in. Well, after our bots build stuff. They're still pretty slow. We're only on blue science, so kind of just the nature of the beast at this point in the game. We need to bring stone bricks in, and then we also need steel. So my stone brick is this line. It's this line. So if I chop out a little bit here and throw in a sorter, tab it, rotate it, and put it like here, then what I can do is take this up at height 1, take it out at height 1 to keep it going on the bus. Then we're going to bring it down at ground level. Then we're going to raise it up to height 1. Hold shift so you can place on belts. And this is going to get a little bit messy, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Mainly, I just want to be able to bring this over like that. Bring it back down to ground level. And then we can run it in like this. Okay. I'm going to build this piece of belt. Make my life easier. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't have to go all the way. So, come on. You can do it, Icarus. I know. You're a big chonker. But, yeah, there we go. All right. Run it like that. So we've got all except for the steel. So let's bring the steel over. The steel is this top line. Actually, I got a splitter leg right here, so we'll maybe just pull it out of this. And realistically, how do I want to feed this in? I guess I could run another height 1 belt, like right there. Maybe it probably has to go up to height 2, though. So, okay. Easy enough. We will grab this out at height 1, bring it up to height 2. While we're moving over like this. Cool. And we're just, yeah, it's already a mess. The idea with this bus is to make it not a mess. But sometimes, you're kind of forced to build things a specific way. So that's okay. Not the end of the world, in my opinion. We're just going to bring this guy all the way over here. Can I get you to click right there? I can. Fantastic. Then we're going to bring this down to ground level. And then I guess we're going to run it all the way back around like that so we can get our steel in. Easy enough. Not a big deal. And that will be chem plants automated. And I can chop out the front piece of that belt. Let the bots do their thing. They're going to build that. So now let's see where we're going to fit in the assembler for our storage tank. So I think I can put it right here. And I know these aren't in line. I kind of wanted all of them to have the boxes in the same line, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. I'm not too worried about it. The main thing is we have them automated, in my opinion. So that's what we're going to do. Put this down to 1. We're going to throw our splitter, or sorter, not a splitter. And then this guy needs stone brick, needs glass, and then it also needs iron. Needs iron. So we have to figure out how to bring iron back here. What is this? Stone brick? Oh, I could have totally brought the stone brick straight through. Dumb. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Where do I have an iron line that I can maybe sneak back here? Actually, I should have it up by the green circuits. Yeah, I totally do. I don't know if it makes sense to try to pull from that one, though. All right, let's do this. We're going to pull out the back of the front sorter for our iron at height 1. And we're just going to run it straight across like this. And we're going to run it to here. We're going to bring it down to ground level. And we're going to run it in like that. Perfect. That's iron. and then build this piece of belt. Grab a sorter, put that in, and there we go. Now we got chem plants, and we've got our storage tanks fully automated once this belt is built. So we'll fly over here, help the bots out, make their life a little easier. We are getting close to a couple more attacks, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal for us. We actually are pretty well defended. Like we're playing on fairly easy difficulty with the Dark Fog, so it's nothing too crazy. But okay, cool. So let's do this. I probably could use some assemblers, so we'll grab some assemblers, throw the excess back in. So we've got a stack. Let's look at some stuff that we want to build. So if I open up my replicator, what would we like to build? Maybe would make sense to try to automate these guys, the missile turrets. So those are going to take engines and motors, I think is what they're called. Electric motors and engines. So engines are copper and magnets, easy enough. These are iron gear, and magnets, easy enough as well. So we're going to try to build this out and kind of show you how you do this. So not everything is on the bus, obviously. I only have, like 6 or 7 lanes. And I don't plan on putting everything on the bus either. I don't think I need to. Basically, when you're building something more complex like this, you just throw down assemblers to make the intermediary parts left or right of it. So like I'll have an assembler to the left making motors, to the right making engines. And the motors are going to require gears and magnets. So I need to put down a gear assembler as well. All right, so this will be our gear assembler. This will be our motor assembler. Actually, that might be too close. Let's space that just a little bit so the sorter can fit in. But this is going to be doing our gears. This is going to be doing our motors. And then I'm just going to direct feed the gears into the motors. And let's see. For gears, I just need iron. So we're going to build some splitters. And this is kind of how this bus system works. So you put a splitter for the resources that you need. So I need iron. You bring it into the top, and then you pull it out of the bottom. So these are just iron. So I can just put iron like that. This guy also takes iron. So I can just run the same split forward to our motors and use the same belt. It works pretty well. We're not building an infinite amount of these per se, so not a big deal that we're kind of just slamming some things in there. But there we go. All right, we got gears, we got iron, and then we just need magnets. So those are going to be these guys up here. So we drop another splitter, tab it, rotate it, put it in. And then we're going to do the same thing at height 1, bring it into the top. And then at high ground level, we're going to pull it out the bottom and run this forward like that. Cool. And then I just want to build the front piece belt so I can throw down the sorter. Cool. All right, so that's motors. Those are ready to roll. Then what else do we need to make? We're trying to build missile turrets, right? So I need an assembler for missile turrets in the middle. And that's going to take steel, green circuits, and then the motors that we're making. So this is going to be our assembler for missile turrets. So we'll go ahead and set that recipe so we know what we're trying to bring in. I'm going to direct feed the motors into that guy. And what might make sense is to try to buffer this out in a box because we do need motors for other things. So I think I might try to do that. And then basically, if they're intermediary parts like motors that you use a lot of, you just like cap the box at maybe 4. And then anything that isn't being used to build our missile turrets will go into this box. And we can drag down on this side of our little bus and kind of go from there. I think I only want 1 stack of missile turrets buffered at a time. That should be more than enough. We've got some flyers coming in, but we've got fairly good defenses. I'm not too concerned about it. Like, yeah, they handling them just fine. It's only, I didn't see what the starting unit count was. It was maybe like 20 or something like that. We'll be able to tell off of this next one that comes in. But cool. We handled those guys pretty easily. So, okay, we got motors in. Let's go ahead and bring in our green circuits. So we're going to rotate this guy around, and we need to drop it into the circuits. Bring the circuits into the top at height 1. Bring it out the bottom at ground level. And I know I'm not the biggest fan of the little steels on the outside belt, so that's fine. We'll do that. I need another splitter for steel. Put this. Start at height 1 into the top. Ground level. Pull it out the bottom. And bring that in there. So that's green circuits and steel. Put into our missile turret assembler. And then all we've got left is we need to make some engines. That should be pretty straightforward as well. We're going to drop down our next assembler to the right. This is going to go ahead and make us engines. And I think we'll do a similar thing where we throw a buffer box on the outside and cap it at like 4. That way we can pull these down further along the line, because I believe we also use engines for stuff. So that should work. But priority is going to be go into this assembler to build our thing, our missile turrets, right? I can help the bots along, build that splitter. Then this guy is going to need copper and more magnets, so easy enough. Throw down... Oh, I can't fit the split there. Oh, that's annoying. That's going to bother me. We're going to break this iron line. We're going to bring it out. Sure. Yeah, sorry, guys. So this approach to building does require quite a few splitters, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. Let's go ahead and rehook our iron like that. That should actually be fine. Chop that one. Cool. There's that. So I need to bring copper over to this guy. Now, realistically, what I could do is actually run these lines forward and then just bring it in out here. So maybe it actually makes more sense to do that. Let's do that. So what you do is you keep these lines at height 1. I'm going to bring them to like right here. And I'm going to do it for all of the bus lines, because eventually they're all going to need to move forward to this position, including the ones that we split off. That way we've got our bus continuing along, and we can use these component parts for future things. So we're going to build... I need copper, and then I also need magnets, so we'll throw those splitters in like that. Keep it at height 1, bring it in. Height 1, bring it in. And then we're going to go ground level, bring this in like that, and bring this in like that. Cool. And then I can throw the sorters to bring in the copper, sorter to bring in the magnets, and then I need a power pole for this assembler, which does fit in between the machines pretty nicely. Go ahead and power that. Cool. And then I can kind of move up a little bit to help the bots along. I know that I can build the battlefield analysis base, this guy right here, once I get some silicon set up. But yeah, we're going to deal with that later. So there's the research for red science. I don't know if we're going to get to it today or not, but yeah, mainly because I wanted to show you guys how this bus works. It's pretty cool if I do say so myself. I think it's a decent design. Like, it'll get the job done. I just want to have some basic pieces that we're going to use over and over automated. So like missile turrets, we're going to want to transition away from these Gauss turrets to missile turrets, because they just are quite a bit better. Now we do want to automate the creation of missile ammo likely, so we can run our turrets. Now that might be something we'll probably set up our missile turret array in the next episode, or like maybe not the next episode, but whenever we have red science. Basically, if I open up the tech tree, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I need signal towers, which requires 400 red science. So until we get this research done, I'm not going to set up the missile turrets, but I would like to have a buffer box of like 50 of them, so we're ready to go and can kind of, get this stuff going. But okay, so this is filling up the box with priority, which is not really what I want to have happen. So maybe we'll actually cap these at like 1 stack instead. And like that should be enough, right? Like that should be enough. Drop that in the machine. Okay, fine. So it's going to put 100 of the engines in this box, and then it'll start filling the missile turret assembler. I suppose that's okay. Not ideal by any means, but you know what? That's fine. We'll live with it. So there we go. We got that stuff moved, or automated. Let's see, what else takes engines? I think if you hover over something, it'll show you what it's used for. So it's used for missile turrets. It's used for these droney boys. It's used for missile sets, and then it's also used for the battlefield analysis base, which we likely are going to want to automate as well. Well, we definitely want to automate building of this and this. Well, missile ammo, I'm probably going to do on site. So, well, I don't know. I guess maybe I should automate this off the bus because we have most of the things here. Um, the only thing we don't have is the combustible units because we don't have coal coming over. But that should be easy enough to fix, or we can hack it in. So, meaning like I'm going to add on a line to the outside, not actually cheat. I don't cheat in this game. Don't need to. Uh, Battlefield analysis space, we can't quite build because we don't have the microcrystalline components, is what that is. These guys. Yeah. And those are also used to build spray coaters and processors. So we're eventually going to bring this and put it on the bus, as well as maybe processors, just because they're used in a lot of things. The prototype, we need plasma exciters, which are used in a lot of things as well. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So I think we'll just hold off. We'll expand the bus some more, a little, or well, actually, I should automate arc smelters. Is a good thing to automate. So let's go ahead and put that in. Since we have these buffer boxes of these intermediary components, we can pull them down the line to where they need to be used when we build those assemblers. So let's see, we need iron, stone brick, green circuits, and magnets. So, okay, easy enough. I think for the magnets, I am just going to bring this... Well, let's get the other splitters set up. So, what does this guy need? Stone, iron, green. Okay, easy enough. So I need one here. Now, do I want to build it? I think we can afford to build, or we can make it work building them right here. I do need to build some more splitters, so we should also automate these. But okay, let's go ahead and hook up the belts. So put in the top. Put in the top. And then on the bottom, we're going to bring our stone out and across and over like that. And then that can go in. Then let's see. We need to bring over greens. And we're going to have iron right here as well. So let's get the splitter in for the iron. Make our life a little easier maybe. And these, I think we will just bring straight across and kind of bring it over. And throw in iron. Cool. Then we need to bring over greens, which will also take out the bottom. And then we we not go across that? Why not? Really? Okay, fine. Break the iron. Bring this across. And we can honestly like run it in like this. Cool. And then I need to grab my iron again. Coming out the bottom. There is a piece of belt. And this guy is going to do this. So, okay. The belts kind of crisscross and look a little weird, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Doesn't bother me. So we're just going to extend our bus lines forward and kind of move out to the next location or the next section of the bus. And eventually we are going to need to go and deal with a dark fog planetary base, which you can see right over there in the distance. We'll butt up into that at some point. So we're probably going to want to clear that out. And you might be yelling at me and being like, oh, you don't need all these defensive turrets scattered around and blah, blah, blah. You can just clear out the dark fog and do that thing. And I am aware of that. I know. We can totally go clear out the dark fog if we really want to. I would prefer kind of waiting on that, honestly. I kind of like this approach of doing a little bit of defense. So we're going to bring our magnets around like that. Thought I was forgetting something. I thought it was 4, and it is. So there's our magnets, and then this is our steel to extend the bus. So let's build this, put it in the sorter. That's not going to work. Shoot. And I chop it like there. Cool. And then this is going to be a little bit weird to try to set up, but that's fine. Meaning that I was curious to see if it was going to conflict with the upper level belt. It didn't, so yay. We kind of made that work. Great. So, okay. I did want to look at red science. I don't know if we're going to fully automate it today. Um, what is this guy missing? Engine still? Still buffering this box. Okay, we almost have the box buffered, so that's fine. It will get there eventually. Do that, and then I should probably build automation for splitters. All right, we're going to do one more on the bus. We're going to throw in the assembler for splitters because I am going to use a lot of those, so I need to kind of have them on demand. So let's build one more box with splitters being made, and we'll buffer it one stack. I think buffering to one stack is sufficient for most everything. The only exception to that is like belts. I think I have buffered to 4 stacks. So what do we need for this? We need iron, gears, and green circuits. So we need gears again. Now I suppose what I could do is run some gears out of this machine, and I think I will do that. And just kind of run it sideways over to here. And then I'm going to build this piece of belt from my sorter. Build this piece of belt from my sorter. I can build a sorter too, maybe. Nope, that's not what I want. Build a sorter. Thank you. All right, so there's our gears. Then we just need what? Iron and greens. So greens are right here, and so is iron. Can I just like run these? I can't because of this build. The greens are too close. Okay, fair enough. So what we'll do, we'll just throw down some more splitters. Not a big deal. Worth splitting to get more splitters. Yeah. Maybe that's a thing. It should be a thing. Even if it's not, that's what we do. And so, all right, we're gonna bring out the iron right there. We're gonna bring out the greens right there, I guess. Sorter, build, sorter, cool. And then once these splitter belts get built, we'll be ready to roll. And I'm just gonna extend these out while we're standing here. That way we can add the next line of our machine without needing to extend a bunch of stuff at the same time or before we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you know what I'm saying. Hopefully the audio is doing better this time. If the music or like game audio is still too loud and you can't hear me very well, please drop a comment down below and I will address it. I do, like want you to be able to hear what I'm saying. Hopefully that makes sense. But okay. I think that's good on the bus for a little bit. I do want to grab some belts before we fly over. Whoops. Click. There we go. Yeah, look at all those belts. Yum, yum. Okay. I'm going to throw those away. I think 1200 is probably sufficient. I also will pick up some foundations. And then I probably need some furnaces. Why are these not being built? Oh, did I forget a sorter? I totally forgot a sorter. Let's put in some green circuits so we can get some smelters on the go. Grab some sorters. Cool. We've got like 30. That should be more than enough. We're sitting on like almost 400 sorters, so that's probably fine. We have quite a bit of assemblies. Chem plants is some... Do I need chem plants? I don't need chem plants. I need like refineries. So I need oil extractors and then refineries. And to do those, I need these guys, plasma exciters. So for that, I need to grab some prisms, is what the holdup is. So I guess I could actually automate those while we're over here. Why not? Why not? So let's see. These are used, the stuff that will, well, they're used in oil extractor, wires, power tower, oil refinery, and spray coater. So I guess let's actually do it this way. I know I said we were going to leave the belt, or the bus. We're not leaving the bus yet. We're going to build plasma exciters in this guy, and we're going to buffer them in a box that then will feed out on the external side of the line of assemblers that we've got going here. So there's that. And I think I will buffer this to like 4. That should be more than enough. That way we have a few in here. That way we can pick them up if we need them for something. So, okay. Let's see. I'm going to trim these back one. Cool. And then I need some sorters. And I need prisms. And I need magnets. Line up. Thank you. It behaved, kind of. Took a little jostling, but that's how it goes sometimes in this game. But it's great. I cannot complain. So there's that. Then I guess we will bring this line out like this and make it a super wonky belt. Um, Not that long, but this long. There we go. Then sorter. And once that's built, sorter. Cool. All right, there we go. There's those built. And then let's go ahead and just throw in the assemblers for these other things. So like, I don't have power poles automated yet. So I guess I should build power poles, which then will feed into the power towers. So those are pretty easy. Then I should do oil extractors and refineries. Okay. So let's build power towers. And we'll buffer. Oh, I don't. Have I not automated storage boxes? Strange. Okay, we should do that too. There's a lot of stuff we want to automate. Like, obviously, we're just starting out. So, sorry, I guess this episode is going to be more of like, here's all the stuff we're automating. Lol. But that's fine. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully this gives you some ideas on how you can do something similar. I'm not really using a blueprint. I'm just building this as I go. And it's working out okay for me so far. So I'm going to keep doing that. We are going to just run the magnets along this way. So I can throw the sorter right there. I'm going to throw down my iron split. I guess it can be right there, sure. They don't have to be in line. It is aesthetically pleasing when they're in line, but you know what? This game is about building stuff, not necessarily aesthetics. Or for me, when I play, I'm more concerned about, function over form, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's see. Need another power pole, so we'll build a power pole. Cool. And then I think what we'll do is we'll buffer this box with power poles, and then we're going to put the assembler for the wireless power towers right here, and we're going to direct feed from the power poles into the power towers. So we want wireless power towers, and for that, I do need to bring out our line. I am going to use one of the ground level splitters for this, I think. Sure, why not? And this can run in like that. And then I need a sorter out of this box and into this box. It's not really a box, but that's fine. Can I squeeze my box where I want? I totally can. Great. We'll set this down to 1. And we'll throw a sorter out of this into this. And cool. I do need power back here, apparently. So we'll use a wind turbine. I know they don't generate a lot, but they give us something. And we're doing okay on power. We're not, like, super dead on power right now. So that's a good thing. I think these only stack to 50. No, they don't. They stack to 100. Lame. Okay, well, I can make. I am not too worried about having those right now. And then while we're over here, let's do oil extractor, oil refinery, because they both take these same little glow sticks. So let's go. Oil extractor and refinery, steel, stone, and greens, and they both take both of those things. Okay, that should be pretty easy. So what we'll do is we're going to drop an assembler here, an assembler here, and we're going to have oil extractor and then oil refinery, and then we're going to throw a couple storage boxes, 1 and 2, limit those. Single stack is more than enough of these buildings. Like, you don't use a whole lot of them, but it is definitely something you want automated. And I probably, since I don't have our regular turrets automated, I should probably be building some of those so I can extend out the line. Sure, 4 more. That'll be enough. I need to keep this up this way a little bit so we can defend all these machines that we just added. Granted, the thread is not going up that crazy fast, so we're probably okay. I just don't want these to get destroyed. So if I build the turrets up there, they won't get destroyed. All right, so stone, steel, and greens. All right, let's grab our split, rotate it, and I think we will bring it in right here. So that's stone, that's greens, and that's steel. Those are the 3 we need. Yep, okay. We'll run top bar in, and while we're here, we'll just run these guys up. Not a big deal. Keep the bus going. That way I don't have to walk all the way back there and, make it happen myself manually. Yeah. I know. I don't have to click out. I do sometimes. That's my bad. But okay, here we go. Ground level. And we're going to bring in this to there. Bring in this to like there. Whoops, need to walk down a little bit. Then this one will come out the front of this one. And run this like that. Okay, cool. So, want this one. All right, that one built. This one needs to be built. This one needs to be built. And this one needs to be built. Then I can throw in our sorters. So in, and in. In, and in. And then all I really need to do is extend this line down like this. Like right there. And then I guess we'll put it on the first one on both of these. Fair enough. So in, and cool. Those are now automated once the rest of this belt gets built. So let's walk over here to help our bots out. Getting faster robots and better and more robots would be super helpful, making this not take forever. But yeah, what are you going to do, right? So, okay, that's going. I should probably throw down our turrets as well. So, put like 3. And we'll throw one like right there. Sure. Now I do need to power these. So do I have enough wind turbines to get that far? Maybe. Totally do. All right. Cool. That'll work. Awesome. Then once this ammo belt gets built, those will be powered up and we'll probably be ready to go. I guess the only other thing that might make sense to automate real quick is storage boxes. I do not have those automated yet. And they're pretty easy. It is, what, stone and iron? Actually, do I have those, like, on a line that's over here? I feel like I do. I feel like foundation. Foundation uses steel, not iron. But there is iron right here. Maybe we pull from this iron line. And then this stone is already kind of running a little bit weird. So I could throw, like... No, keep to the pattern. Just put it at the end. It's fine. We're going to automate storage boxes as well, because that is something that we use quite frequently. So definitely want to have these automated so we can just come pick them up and don't have to handcraft them. Yay! Not handcrafting stuff is great. So here we go. We want storage boxes. And I know this is not super organized either. I fully admit that, but that's okay. I don't necessarily care. So this takes stone, which we've got stone right here, and then I need to bring an iron line over, which should be pretty easy. I just need to throw in a splitter. So we will throw a splitter for our iron, like here. Is that in line? I don't think that's in line. That's one tile off. Yay, one tile off. Sure. Then go up a level. Bring it in. Why did that not build? Come on. Work for me, please. Then we're going to bring our stone out the front and do this. Or our iron, rather. This is iron, not stone. And put those into this box. This is not limited. I want to limit this. I don't need a full box of storage containers, realistically, so we're not going to do that. Okay, then we extend our bus lines back out to here, and 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 out to here. I know. I'll stop. Anyway, guys, so we're starting to have some stuff automated, right? We've got a few things that we can come grab. So, like, we almost have a full stack of those. That's cool. We do have a full stack of power poles. That's good. We have we not built any? So this is just working a little bit slow, and that's okay. Not a big deal, I suppose. I could double up the magnets going in. It seems like that is maybe the slowdown on this. Oh, okay. Maybe I can't. That's fine. That's fine. Or, well, no. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I totally can. Let's grab this part and put that in as well. Come on, build this sorter, please. Thank you. Um, just to speed up the production of these little blue glow sticks. Um, this belt isn't full. That's okay. Eventually, as we start buffering these boxes, all of this stuff will get, a backlog, right? Um, so we should be okay. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Obviously, I can't run this whole thing full bore all the time. It's not built to ratio, blah, blah, blah. But that's okay. So we do have like 20 missile turrets, which is not bad. I'll probably end up building some sort of missile turret array over by some coal and copper. Like there's some copper here. There's not coal over here. There's definitely spots on this planet that have copper and coal next to each other. So I'll probably build our missile ammo factory over there. But we do have crude oil up here. So there's 1 seep, 2 seep, 3 seep, 4 seep. How many seeps do we need? Not that many, but that's okay. We will end up tapping these to build our red science, but I think we will wrap it up here today. We basically took a look at building our bus and extending, automating a few more things, kind of how I'm going about that. Eventually, we will have everything automated on that line. It's just going to take us a little bit of time, of course. I need to build the stuff and then bring in the inputs and all that fun times. But I wanted to show you guys how I plan on automating my building materials. That's how I plan on automating them, is by using this bus methodology. And I think it'll do pretty well. I don't know. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. That's how I'm doing it. So hopefully you found this useful. Hopefully the information will help you in your own save. Next time we're going to be looking at automating red science, and we're probably going to tear up our old blue science facility and relocate it somewhere else. And set up science on a more permanent basis. But guys, I think that's going to wrap it up here for today. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like, comment, subscribe as always. And until next time, this has been Lone Debater 7, and we will see ya!